So last time we left off, we had finally gotten through Nightstone. Had cleared out all the goblins and a couple wargs that were there. And then you guys had made your way up to the keep, where you found four guards surrounding the uh, body of the late Lady Nandar, who you were originally sent here to find and complete quests with her to get rid of the goblins. In your exploration of the town, you did come across seven bandits of the Seven Snakes, led by a Shulkin Alisander. And you saw Kella was over there with them, and they sent out a message and had raised the drawbridge, and were there to uh, further goals which you still weren't entirely sure of. Um, and as you came out of the keep, came back down into the town, it was getting late in the day, so you found a quiet spot in the windmill. And during your watches, on a third watch, I believe it was Lowell was on watch. Not positive about that one, but you heard a
That could have been
noise,
me.
in the, or maybe it was Mac. Heard a noise early in the morning, so you went to the top of the windmill to investigate, and you saw a large group of 20 or so orcs rapidly approaching the town. And that's where we'll pick up. So, what would you like to do?
Just to clarify, he saw them approaching on the side of the drawbridge, which is still down.
Right. Yep. The drawbridge is, or sorry, the drawbridge is up. The Shulkin and his band raised the drawbridge, and then sent out their little flying snake, and um, yeah, the orcs are approaching from the drawbridge side.
Is there supposed to be music playing?
There is. Yep. Do you not have any?
No.
On your menu, you can check your. It's the third from the right, the playlists. Check your global volume controls.
Yep.
And is your playlists all the way down?
Nope. They are at max and just nothing is playing.
Oh, okay. Well, let me try something real quick. Do that. Got any noise now?
Nope.
I also hear nothing.
It's really quiet.
Oh, wait, there it goes.
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay.
You can try turning your playlist volume up, and if you don't hear it, then sometimes it's not perfect, but we can try and figure something else out later if you want. But all right, so for now, um, yeah, what would you guys like to do?
We're all just waking up, right?
You're all just waking up. Yep, you did all get a full night's rest.
Could have slept better.
I slept great. I slept all the way through. Thanks, whoever was on guard.
First watch was easy.
I think you said last time, Mac, that you did come down and wake everybody up, and told them
So, yeah.
told them about all about the orcs coming in.
Glad you all had a good night. Maybe we should be focusing on that army out there.
How many did you say?
20 or so?
Yep.
Perhaps more.
my vote is we let down the drawbridge and have at 'em.
Horrible idea.
That's a pretty terrible idea.
Have you seen how many shots I've made? I've hit you more than anything else.
He got
Well-
you in the butt.
The drawbridge might act as a funnel, and we could use our fortifications around us as a tool against their numbers.
Or we could just leave it up.
There is also the fact this is an empty town.
There's no glory in running from a fight.
There is living.
I do like living.
Me too.
Is there another way out of town? Or only the drawbridge?
We could jump in the water from the broken bridge. I don't know how good you guys can swim.
Weren't
But I'll
we
be okay.
supposed to go be looking for some lost townspeople?
Yes.
I think living comes first. Townspeople second.
There's a good chance that there's no one here. It's already picked clean. They might just assume the goblins that were here already picked it clean, got in a squabble, and then left.
Hmm.
Unless they're trying to occupy the town for themselves while it's currently abandoned.
Can anybody go invisible?
No. Well, not me. I don't know about the rest of you.
No, me either.
Well, should we go have a look at the situation? From the gatehouse?
We might run into another group of those mercenaries out there. I believe they were headed towards the gatehouse.
Well, if they're still in town, it's much better odds. But if they've already packed up and left, then not so much.
What if you guys go to one of the towers on the north, and I'll stay back. I'll drop the drawbridge once I get a signal, and then they'll all come in here, and I can I'll meet you guys out there.
It's around this time, you've been deliberating for a while, and the orcs have been getting a little bit closer, and they are pretty noisy. And so you hear some other shouting coming from inside the town, and you remember that the seven snakes are also in the town, and they have now also heard the orcs, and they are standing in front of the drawbridge with the two towers right there, deliberating what they want to do about the situation. And from where you are, you can see them just across the field to your north.
Perhaps we should consult with those lads.
Well, if they are still in town, it would make holding it much simpler if they're willing to help.
Well, let's go talk to them.
Make my way down there.
I will follow.
Okay. So as you guys approach the group, Shulkin does step forward, as he tends to be the spokesperson for this group. Says, "Halt. I know we didn't leave on the greatest of terms yesterday, but it seems that we might have an issue outside the gates, but we need to make sure that you're on our side. We know you went up to the keep. Did you tell them of us?
I've never even met you.
Who are these people?
Perhaps you met our compatriots.
A small one and a tall one?
So I'll just have somebody roll a persuasion check with either two people can roll persuasion or one person with advantage.
I'll roll one.
I'll roll one.
I'm struggling to get my token to move.
Are you on the select tokens?
Yeah.
I moved you to see if that helps to like unlock it or something.
There we go.
Mm.
All
I
right.
don't know if it matters or not, but Mac is in combat.
Am?
You are.
You're flagged for it, yeah. I'm not sure if that'll matter, but
I don't think so. There's no. I deleted the combat encounter. So I don't. Sometimes it's weird, and I've noticed in the past that sometimes I have to, as the GM, move a token before it can be moved separately for some reason. Anyway, so
Short legs.
so with your rolls, they do back off the topic. They trust that you did not spill too many beans about them being here. So as Shulkin says, does anybody know what's going on out there with all this noise?
It appears we have some sort of a large gathering of orc.
Orcs, you say? He turns to one of his fellow bandits and tells them to go check it out. So he runs up into this tower here and is looking out, shouts back down, "We've got orcs! We got it!" And turns back around, looks at them real quick, and you can see it looks like he's counting them. "There's 22 orcs out there. Looks like 2 in the back are stronger than the rest." Shulkin says, "Well, I don't know if they'll be able to get into the village, but it might be best if we try and pick them off from here."
Does it look like they have anything to cross the moat or scale the walls?
Since you can't see them and you didn't see them before, you have no idea.
I shout up and ask the bandit up there. Good question.
It doesn't look like they've got any ropes or anything, but they are approaching the moat. Looks like they're gonna try and cross it and climb up the wall.
Sounds like we need to get up there, defend the walls.
I'm gonna crawl. Yeah, I'm going without even saying anything. I'm gonna just crawl up this tower.
Okay. Anybody else going up one?
I'm gonna follow Wabu.
Oh yeah, you
Can't
guys.
actually move in there, but
How about I do
What
that?
if we
And then
I'll run up to the other one.
there.
holy shit!
Oops. Hold on.
Bloody hell!
All right. So Lowell and Mac and Wabu and the other bandit are up there, and you guys can all see, and you can definitely see the orc horde now, and they're just on the side of the just on the other side of the moat, and they're like looking and trying to see how they can cross this thing. I will say, were you guys trying to be stealthy up there, or not make your presence known?
I was not being stealthy.
Definitely not showing myself too much, but I wasn't exactly being stealthy either.
Okay. All right. So I'll just
Can I
say,
see what they're armed with?
go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I see over the wall?
We'll say in between two of the
Needs a boost.
raised stones there.
I am also short, and apparently have poor vision.
You don't see anything, Wabu. you barely see them.
What orcs?
Lowell, so you look down, and from what you can tell, it doesn't look like they're too heavily armed. These orcs, they've got some basic rough leather armor and boots and gloves, and you do see some of them are holding in their hands what looks like a great axe, and then a couple of them looks like they've got some javelins strung across their back.
Can I say to the seven serpents that perhaps we stand a better chance if we work together?
Shulkin nods his head. I agree. I think it'd be best if we try and pick them off before they can get into town.
So anyways, I started blasting.
All right. Well, go ahead and do some initiative rolls.
Wabu, no.
I'm
Start
not in
dialogue.
combat. I'm not in combat. What? I gotta do initiative.
We'll give you your surprise attack, but as soon as you blast,
Alright.
they're all aware of you now. So, which one are you targeting?
Fuck it. This guy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Well, I don't know. Can I see him from where I am? I don't really have a clear idea of
Yeah.
what I can and
Yep.
can't see.
Yeah, so you're standing on top of the tower, and you can see pretty much in all directions. There is obviously like some protection because it's meant to be a defendable tower, obviously. And so you do have half cover while you're up there, as long as you know you like duck behind the raised turrets and stuff. But you can easily look out and see over the whole field.
Okay. Alright. Eldritch Blast it is.
Yeah, okay.
Son of a bitch.
That'll hit.
Okay.
All right, so you fire down your blast, and you hit this orc, and you can kind of see this energy like arc over him a little bit, and he kind of doubles over a little bit, surprised as to the fact that he just got hit by something, and he wasn't expecting anybody to be there, and now he looks up and he sees you, and now we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative. Go ahead and start this encounter. This is going to be interesting. That's how we're going to do. Oops, you guys could probably see that roll, couldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
19?
You didn't see nothing. Alright. So that's everybody.
There it is.
Sorry. You and me are going last.
The ones that can see
Wabu.
everything. Nice. Alright, so first up is the bandits. So this bandit wasn't quite ready for the attack, but he sees that you know, it's on. So he's gonna whip out his light crossbow and he's gonna shoot for the same guy that you shot for, Wabu. And it's gonna crit. Alright. So with that. So he takes a shot at this orc that just got hit by this Eldritch Blast. And that orc takes this bolt right in the chest, doubles over, goes down to his knee, pops back up, and he is looking quite bloody and rough. Alright, so now the rest of the bandits, they're not exactly sure what to do, but they're going to kind of come over towards these towers here. Like, what's going on up there? You know, they're all shouting. Shulkin says, we gotta spread out. Don't let them take any of the other towers. He's gonna send some of his bandits down south a little bit, and he's gonna hang out here. And Shulkin says to Kella, you gotta get out of here. Go hide. She says, no, I can help too. So she's gonna stay up here as well. And now it's the orcs' turns. Orcs' turn. However you want to say that. So let's see, we got 20 of them. So what I'm going to do, see how many of them will go this turn. Okay, alright. Alright, so this first orc here who got shot, he's going to, you know, recover from his surprise, and he's going to go ahead and pull out his javelin. He sees somebody's up there, and he's going to go ahead and lob it where the Eldritch Blast came from. And so you have half cover, so I think that adds +2 to your AC. $12.
Nope.
Alright, so you throw this javelin and it just bounces off one of the stones in front of you, and he shouts, ow! That hurt! And that'll be his turn. And then the other orcs are just going to kind of move around. They're going to start trying to swim through this river here. And let's see. I'm going to try and cross. Alright, so we'll say that's it for now for those guys. And then you got the two in the back. We're gonna start coming closer. So this one guy down here definitely looks like he's a little bit stronger, you know, so you can kind of make the assumption that he's the chieftain. But he already looks a little bit bloody. Not really sure why, but he stands back and he sees that the drawbridge is up, and so he shouts to some of his orcs, we gotta get down the river, see if there's anything else. And this other guy comes up, still unsure of what they're doing right now, so he just kind of stands behind. And that will finish their go. So that brings us to Gilda with Lowell on deck. From the looks of it, there is still room up in the towers, so more people could get up there.
I am going to. Where's the operations of the drawbridge?
It would be up here on the northern tower, kind of where this one bandit here is standing.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to run in over here, and I'm going to do the lever thing to make the drawbridge go down.
Okay, give me 1 second. I think. Give me 1 second.
Might take advantage of fortification.
If I can't see, I can't fight.
Certainly going to make this a lot more interesting.
Oh, come on, what are you doing?
Owen will be happy.
Okay, so you go up to that drawbridge, and you start operating it. We'll just say you're right here. And actually, one thing I'm gonna do is just kind of get rid of some of these other walls here, so kind of everybody can see out of the door to help make some decisions. So you start to operate the drawbridge, and you can tell that it's not a fast operation, so it will take until next round before the drawbridge is fully lowered.
So I'm gonna take my action and I'm going to throw my dancing short sword in the air. Just say dance. So it's gonna hover.
Okay, so that's your
and
bonus
until
action.
My next turn.
That's your bonus action for that, and then your action would be to operate the winch.
Yes.
Okay, all right, got it. All right. If that's your turn, just go ahead and hit end turn. All right, Lowell is up with Owen on deck.
I'm able to see has the bridge actually started moving.
It has started to move.
Why in the hell is someone lowering the bridge?
If I can't see, I can't fight.
Yes,
You're
but
up
we're
in the other tower,
fortified.
right?
I'm in the one that has the winch.
Yep. I mean, if you want, if you can convince her to stop lowering it, she can stop lowering it.
You also can't fight when there's 10 orcs surrounding you, beating you down.
It's
mean-
the funnel thing. Maybe it'll distract them from climbing the walls. More controlled. And also, I might be able to ram one.
Well, this is how we die. Please produce flame. How do you ping?
Just left click and hold.
That one.
All right.
Wait, isn't that one dead?
Not yet.
Oh.
19 will hit. Okay. So as you fire this blast at him, he was already looking pretty rough, so he is now completely toast.
That'll end it.
All right, so it brings us to Owen with Mac on deck.
So I look at Gilda lowering the drawbridge and say, "Now that's my type of lass." And I'm gonna go take my position in front of the drawbridge. Can I see over the drawbridge yet as it's lowering, or
Not yet. We'll say
not yet?
it's just getting to the point where it's about halfway. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and go ahead and cast Shield of Faith. On myself. Let's see. Actually, disregard that because it's not prepared.
All right. If you want, you can say that it was prepared.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I will do. Bless, which is prepared. Bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. And I'll do that on me, Gilda, and let's say Mac.
Okay.
Sorry. So what does that do? I was reading something else.
It lets you make a d4 roll on an attack roll or saving throw.
Cool.
And it just has to be cast before the spell ends, so it's good for 1 minute, so 10 turns, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
And I put a bless on your token just as a reminder. That the 3 of you are blessed.
And I guess that will end my turn.
Okay.
I'll throw that up, I guess.
I can go ahead
You
and
could always say
hit your
you
end
could have
turn.
moved around your prep spells on the long rest.
Yeah.
I was debating if I wanted to move around my level ones.
Yeah, I would say at this point, you can move a couple spells, as long as you don't take away one that you've already used, obviously.
Take advantage of that.
Alright, that was the end of your turn, Owen.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
So that brings us to Mac with Wabu on deck.
Okay. Crouching down behind the wall, I'm going to, noticing the gate's going down, be like, "Who the bloody hell is letting the gate down?" I'm gonna pull out a cigar and light it with prestidigitation, and then look at Wabu and offer him one. Well,
I'm
probably
gonna
not so
giggle
much
and
advice.
take it.
And I'll snap my finger and it just lights for you. And then I'll pull out my crossbow and pop up, and I'm gonna take a shot at the nearest orc.
Okay. So that'll be this guy here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Sorry, slow computer. And I am going to use that D4.
You can roll first, and then if you don't like the result, you can add your d4.
Excellent. I will do that then. Oh, I rolled it anyways.
Okay. We'll say you still have it, because you didn't mean to roll it. So, so you rolled a 3 on that, so your total will be 24 anyway. That definitely hits.
Yeah. Woo!
Not
All
bad.
right.
All right,
Starting
so
off well.
That scared me.
I saw the 0 too.
That's what I saw.
And then I will pop down after I hit that guy. I will quickly duck back down behind cover. Oh, come on. And end my turn.
Okay, all right. So it brings us back to the top of the round. Brings us to the bandits. They see the drawbridge lowering, and they're all a little confused as well. But you know what? It's been a little while since they've had a fight, so they're all for it. So we're gonna go ahead, and the bandit that's up in the tower is going to. He's got his crossbow out already, so he's got it reloaded. And he's gonna go. He saw who Mac just shot at, so he's gonna. You know what? That's the one. He's gonna try and go for him. But as he shoots, the bolt lands just short. His aim wasn't quite right, and he misses. So he'll duck back down and end his turn there. And then, let's see. We're going to go... The others are just going to kind of wait there, but now we got these other two down here, which are going to try and keep running down and check out the rest of the wall, make sure there's no weak spots. And that'll be their turn. Oh, wait, wow, did you get a turn?
No.
Nope, sorry, I skipped over you. You gotta say something.
I just figured since they're not in the thing that you were going in the order that they were going.
Oh, no.
All right. It's Eldritch Blast time.
Alright.
Aiming for this guy.
$23 hits.
I'm just making circles to plot my next turn to try and salvage this.
I wonder what that was.
Nice. Alright, so 13, you hit him with his blast, and again, this weird energy kind of like arcs over him, but this time it seems to pierce a little bit stronger, and he is now dead on the ground.
Dead bitch. That's it. That's my turn.
Alright, sorry about that. Now we'll go on to, it would be the bandits' turn. They already went, so now it's all the orcs again. Let's see how many of them are going to play this round. Ooh, alright, 4 of them. Alright, so as these guys in the 5 guys in the water are trying to swim across, they're struggling a little bit. The leader has told some of the guys to start scouting down the river to see if they can find anything else. So they're all going to start moving this way. And that'll be the end of their turn. So that brings us back to Gilda with Lowell on deck. And so,
How far is the drawbridge down now?
so because it takes one turn now that your turn has started again, that's like one full turn. So the drawbridge is now completely down.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I am going to run across the bridge just to the other side of it.
Okay.
1 second here. And then for my action, I'm going to throw a dart. I think I can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm going to aim for this nearest guy here.
Which one?
This, just the nearest one, this guy.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
Okay.
My plans continue to be ruined.
Don't I get plus, don't I get bless on this or no?
Roll your attack. Just a regular attack, and then if you would like to add a d4 to it, you can. Oh. I'm assuming you didn't mean to roll that d4.
I think it added it in already. But
Okay, well, we'll ignore
I don't
the
need it.
d4.
Nat 20.
So you definitely hit. That's a crit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Critting with a dart right between the eyes.
And it's critical hit.
Yep. Dang. So you hit this guy, and it doesn't appear to do much damage, but like he is really dazed. That needle hit him, or dart hit him, and almost lobotomized him.
All right.
Just as a reminder, you do have your sword out, but you pulled it out back by the winch, so you can use your bonus action to move it, or you can keep it back there for now.
No, I'm gonna use my bonus action, and it says with my bonus action, can make it travel and attack.
Right, but it can only move 30 feet. The other option, and I'll allow it if you want, since you pulled it out as a bonus action when you were originally trying to lower the drawbridge, as you ran by it, you grabbed it, put it in your hand again, and then you got to the end of the drawbridge. You can use your bonus action to pull it out from where you are now, and now it can move 30 feet and attack.
Okay.
If you would like to do that story-wise. Otherwise, you can maintain it back where it was.
I kind of pictured it like when I ran across, it followed me.
So it does not follow you. It doesn't move where you move.
Hovers.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I grabbed it. Sorry.
Okay.
So for my bonus attack, I am going to attack this guy. Isn't that the guy that I just killed?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, you didn't kill him.
So
You hurt him pretty bad.
okay. Then I will attack him.
Okay.
And try and finish it. It's doing the bonus thing again, but I guess that's fine.
We'll just ignore the D4 on it.
Okay.
I think you can just.
You are using all your luck right now.
No, I need some for later.
Go ahead and roll a critical
you might
hit.
want as much as you can take right now.
Please be good. Which one do I roll? Normal or critical?
Critical.
Critical hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Woo woo.
So you pop your sword out as you're crossing the bridge, say dance, and it flies out. And right after the dart hits this guy and almost lobotomizes him, the sword comes in and just slashes and finishes him, and he is dead.
So I am just gonna end my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Lowell with Owen on deck.
was gonna wall off the bridge, but Gilda decided to run out there.
I mean, you still can wall it off.
Yeah, can abandon me to the foes.
How deep is the river?
Um,
Can you tell, or
I would
is
say
it shallow enough you could see the bottom from looking above?
you can see the shores, but you kind of about a quarter of the way in on each side, the bottom kind of disappears, and you're not really sure how deep it is in the middle. But it doesn't appear to be an extremely deep river or all that fast flowing.
Oh, we'll burn the level 2 spot. Then one of the orcs making his way across. We'll channel down and bring down powerful beam of silver light to begin searing.
Okay. Well, that is a Constitution saving throw of 15. He does not succeed. All right. Tell me how he dies.
It's because it's a silvery light, so it doesn't. It's like a nice chemical burn.
All right. As his beam comes down and starts to boil him away, it also boils some of the water, and you hear this scream from this orc in the river. Ah! And he just kind of dissolves. All right. That brings us to Owen with Mac on deck.
Okay, so I'm gonna move towards Gilda. And if I try and persuade her to come back and hold the bridge with me, is that my action, or?
So typically, if you say a lot of words, that would be considered an action.
Okay.
But if it's just like a quick little like, "Hey, we got to get back there," that wouldn't necessarily be your
Okay.
action.
Well, I'll move up and try and talk to Gilda and say, try to funnel them to the bridge. Pull back. And I will also cast Guiding Bolt. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to try and cast it on this fellow here.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and
7 does not hit.
7 does not hit.
And that was with your bless. I don't know if you wanted to use your bless
Yeah,
on
maybe
that roll.
let's hold off on using the bless.
Okay. So a 6 does not hit.
Okay. That's a bummer. Well, I guess that's my turn.
All right.
Well, you always get the D4 as long as Bless is active. It's not like a
Oh.
one use and burn.
Oh, is it always on for that
I
minute?
thought the description made it seem like it was a one-time use thing, but
Oh no, he's right. Bless is for 1 minute. You always get to add a D4.
okay.
That's one of the nice things. Like I added the spell effect to you guys, and so it will automatically for that 1 minute always add your D4, which is kind of cool.
As long as you maintain concentration.
And if you take damage, then you'll have to roll for concentration. But
And I guess as I end my turn, I also say, "Over here, you bastards!" Try to goad those guys into attacking Gilda and I on the bridge.
you're talking about the ones in the river.
Just in general for the
Okay.
orcs.
Don't worry, they saw the bridge go down. That's where they're headed. All right, so
Yeah,
that will
Bless
end your
is
turn.
Very good.
Brings us to Mac with Wabu on deck. I won't skip you this time, Wabu.
It's okay.
It's always been like one of the best first level divine spells.
This is quite good.
Didn't save me there though.
Okay. So I'm going to peek up over and take a quick look down there and spotting, having heard Owen from a distance and seeing where he is. Mac is going to duck down and pull out a special little bolt for his crossbow with a big blunt canister-looking tip and load that. And he's going to aim it over the just past the bridge. Unfortunately, he is going to get Gilda in here. Oh, god damn it. There we go. And I'm going to shoot the bolt into the air, and it's going to explode above the area. And the area below will start lighting up anyone and any object inside as I cast Fairy Fire.
Does it anybody
Is
that
that magic?
crosses that?
What was that?
It is magic, yeah.
Don't I have defense against magic?
We'll get to the saving throw in just a second. I just have a question about
Okay.
Fairy Fire. If people cross through it, does that apply Fairy Fire, or do they have to be in it when you cast it?
If they cross through it, they will, I believe they have to make each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration. Objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. So I guess they have to be in it. Shit.
Okay, so I don't know if that changes your decision where you want to
It does.
cast it.
Sorry for misreading.
No, you're good. I just wanted to double check on it.
Then I would probably try and cast it right about there and get those three.
Okay. So I will go ahead
First
and
time casting Fairy Fire.
I will add Fairy Fire to those three. All right, and anybody that attacks them has advantage, right?
Yes,
Okay.
if they fail a DC 13.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got to roll for them.
Dexterity.
DC 13 Dexterity saving throw. Okay. All right, so that's for the top one. I think he fails. The middle one definitely fails. And the bottom one also fails. All right, so
All right.
they're all fairy fired. Very nice.
Excellent. Then, having done that, I'll duck back down, take a big drag on my cigar, and end my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Wabu with.
Me?
Yeah. Actually, your turn now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, by the way, the guys who are fairy fired are now glowing a bright violet light.
Yep.
So they're very visible.
They would be. It would really make a big difference if it was low light or dark or something like that. But out in the open, morning light.
Still advantage.
They get advantage for sure. Yeah.
Forget how to delete that shit.
I know.
should
Sure.
Click on the origin and hit delete. Not backspace, but delete. I think does it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna start blasting some people in the back. I guess I'll go. I got a tree. Can I see this? Oh, this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say you could see him.
All right. Well, he's getting shot.
All right, go ahead. That'll hit. Okay. So, sitting in the back, he's a little unsuspecting when all of a sudden he gets blasted in the chest by this streak of, I don't know, what color is your Eldritch Blast?
I guess I have no idea. Purple.
Okay. Standard purple Eldritch Blast it is. And he is definitely looking quite weak after that. So that'll bring us to the bandits. So once again, we're going to start with this bandit up top. He's going to start seeing these orcs in front of him glow, so he's just going to go ahead and pull out his crossbow, or he still has his crossbow out, and he's going to go ahead and attack with advantage. Just hits. Oh, yeah. For a good amount of damage on this guy. So, whoops. So he shoots that first orc, and he's definitely looking... He's starting to look a little rough, for sure. That bolt got him pretty good. And then these other bandits making their way down to this other tower, seeing if there's any viable way for them to get up there. And then we got this other bandit who's going to come up into the tower, kind of look around. He's not sure what to do just yet, so that's going to go ahead and finish his turn. We got another bandit who's going to whip out his scimitar and come stand next to Owen. So the guy's going to come around the corner, pull out his crossbow. He's going to shoot at this guy down here. Again, just hits. Alright, so he shoots this guy in the water, who's unsuspecting, gets kind of caught in the back because he's trying to swim across this. He's also definitely starting to look a little haggard. And then Kella's not sure what to do, so she's going to kind of step over here and just kind of observe. And then we got Shulkin, who is definitely ready for a fight. He's going to go... And he's gonna come right behind you, Owen. It's just like, we're ready for him. Bring him on. And that's gonna go ahead and end the bandit's turn. So now it's the orc's turn again. See how many are gonna play on this one. All right, it's not too many more. We'll say 2 of these guys are gonna continue to run. This guy's in the water, just getting across, and he's starting to come up the wall. You can tell though it's looking like he's struggling to get up the wall. Like he doesn't really have any good purchase or handholds or anything. So not entirely sure how he's going to be able to make it up over that wall. But then we got, we'll say. These guys will come running in, and this guy and this guy are going to come up to Gilda, and first one pulls out his great axe, and he's going to go ahead and take a swing at Gilda. 15.
Doesn't hit.
Does not hit. So you see him coming. Obviously, he's glowing a little blue. He's hard to miss, and so when he swings at you, you easily sidestep his great axe. So this other guy, who's also glowing
Wait,
blue.
do I get an attack of opportunity or no?
No, that's only if
'Cause
they
he didn't
leave.
move past me. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So this other guy is also gonna take a swing at you. Natural 1. So he swings at you, and he wasn't really ready for it. He's kind of taken aback at the fact that he's glowing blue. So when he swings his great axe, it actually flies out of his hand and into the moat. He no longer has a great axe.
Nice.
And that will end the orc's turn. That brings us to Gilda with Lowell on deck.
All right.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I take that back. Those are for the general orcs. The other guys back here get their turn as well. So you're going to step forward. And this guy here, he wears longer things, kind of more ceremonial items. And it looks like he may, in fact, be a spellcaster. And so he has his little staff, if you will. And he is going to go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action. And so another little dagger appears next to him. And then his staff, you can tell, is actually pointy on the tip. So he grabs that and he's going to go ahead and throw that over at... Well, he's going to throw it at you, Gilda. And... Oops.
Ah, yes.
Be a 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. And then, let's see. I think that added... that was a hard throw, and it definitely hits you really good, and it hurts.
Yes. Wow.
The spiritual dagger that he pulled out, he was actually going to pop it right here in front of you, Owen. So there's a little dagger, just kind of like materializes in front of you, and it is going to it's going to go ahead and attack you, I think. Hold on, let me just make sure he can do that. Yeah. Yep. It's a 15 to hit.
Does not.
Okay, so you had your shield out, you were ready, and this thing, as it pops out, you just instinctively raise your shield, and the dagger bounces off of it harmlessly. And that'll bring us to this guy right here. It says, "I'm Garrosh. We need in." And let's see. And he's going to go ahead and, as a bonus action, just let out a war cry, or a battle cry, if you will. And let's see. I need to measure something real quick. So that'll be Yeah, you see all of the orcs in a 30-foot radius of him seem to be a little bit bolstered, if you will, as if they've been renewed. I don't know how to add that onto them. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to pick a random one. So we'll say, I can't really see those. Oh wait. Oh no, that's not what I want. Sorry, this is a little complicated, so we're gonna just add a random token on there. Okay. There, sorry. Now I gotta get. Well, now I can't get rid of that. What the heck? Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, there. Oh, okay, there we go. These. Alright, so that will be. Then he's gonna pull out his spear, and they're getting a little. You can tell that they're getting a little desperate to get in, so he's gonna go ahead and just throw it at over at you, Owen.
Doesn't hit.
That will definitely not hit. All right, so he throws it, but you know he's running forward, looking a little desperate, a little injured himself, and so the spear just kind of goes wide, and that will now end their turn. So now it's Gilda with Lowell on deck.
So the guy right in front of me, I'm just gonna do an unarmed strike.
Okay,
That'll be at an advantage.
it will be, yep,
Ooh.
because he's fairy fired.
Every attack will be at advantage for the next minute.
Yes.
27 will hit.
God.
Oh yeah, with the natural one. Nice.
And damage is normal?
Just normal damage. Yep, normal.
Okay. Please be good.
6. All right, so you take your swing at him, and you hit him pretty good, and he is looking like he has seen better days.
Okay. So for my bonus action, I'm gonna spend 1 ki point and do 2 unarmed strikes. One at the one directly in front of me, and
Okay.
then the one beside him.
All right.
So
So this is for the first one. That'll definitely hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So you swing at this guy, and he just drops like a sack of potatoes, and he is now dead.
Heck yeah. Okay. Then the guy right beside him.
Double 19 definitely hits.
Just got hot dice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, just wait.
It's a good time for it. I'm telling you.
All right. So you hit that guy. You hit him pretty good, but he doesn't really seem to mind too much. Kind of looks at, turns to you and growls.
Okay. So, with flurry of blows, I get disengage as well. So I am going to disengage,
Okay.
which I don't.
So that means that you can move away from him
Yeah.
as far as you want based on your movement, but he does not get an attack of opportunity.
So I am going to run back across the bridge,
Okay.
and that'll do it.
So that brings us to Lowell with Owen on deck.
Find a mouse. My eyes are still glowing with a pale silvery light as I'm channeling the moonbeam, and I gesture over to move it up to 60 feet, onto the boy who's made it across.
To which one? Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh. He's entered for the first time, so he's got to make a constitution.
Yeah.
Yep, con.
All right, coming up. Saving throw. He does not.
Picturing that Gears of War satellite gun.
Yeah. Well, as this blasts down on him, it takes a lot out of him. Like you can see his skin like starts to burn and smoke a little bit, and he's yelling like, "What is this?" He's looking really rough.
Oh, and turn.
Alright,
You're
so-
back.
I'm realizing that the situation is dire. I'm gonna call on my trusty hammer, Sunforger, and use its special ability. Just give me a moment. I'd like to just be patient with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and hurl Sunforger at the point right next to this big baddie right here,
Okay. Yep.
at his feet. And hopefully I did this correctly.
Whoa.
All right.
So yeah, using that, they need to. Everybody in that circle needs to throw a
Yep.
DC 15 or better.
I'm gonna say the two that are down in the river are actually based on the angle just far enough away that they're out of the range of that,
Oh,
because they are down
okay.
a little bit further. It's it's a good 5 to 10 foot cliff that they're on right there.
Well, if that's the case, can I adjust the origin of that just a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. Well, if you think about, an explosion like,
Yeah.
going over your head, if you're behind a cliff, it's not going to hit you. So, okay, gotcha. All right, so that will be it's what a dex save.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go for the orc in the front.
Would roll at disadvantage, but doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, natural one. We're going to go for the orc in the back there. And this is not at disadvantage. Wait, why did that one have disadvantage?
Because he had the fairy fire on him, the one in the front. Were you
That's
talking about?
yeah, that's not how
Sorry.
that works. You have
Okay.
advantage when you attack. They don't have disadvantage right now.
All right, fair
so.
enough. Good call.
But it doesn't matter. He rolled in that one, so. All right, so the guy in the back rolls an 18, so he will save. Go for this orc here. A 7. He does not save. We're going to go for the orc caster. He does not save. And then their leader. He will save. So for those that did not save, that was this guy in front. He just disintegrates. Then we did the guy in the back. He did save, so it's half of that, which was 21. So he'll take 10 damage. Rounding is cut in half, rounded down, always. This other orc, he did not save. He also disintegrates. This caster gets hit pretty hard, but he's standing. But it's looking like he's taking a little bit of damage. And their war chief is. He was already damaged before, but he's looking a lot more hurt now.
Alrighty then, and I think that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Nice.
So that brings us to Mac with Wabu on deck.
Okay. I believe there is still one more guy with fairy fire on him, right?
Yes, this guy up
Is
here
that-
by the tree.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay. So Mac is gonna pop up and take a shot at him with firebolt.
With advantage.
Excellent. Where is the little window? Oh my god, come on. Oh, is it rolling? What the hell is going on?
You're clicking on the spell. You have to click attack. Not standard roll or whatever.
Yeah, I just not seeing any
In the-
option to.
In the chat, you should see it. It came up. Now you can see the attack and damage radio
weird.
buttons.
Normally, when I do that, it pops up with its own window elsewhere.
Yeah.
Still getting used to this.
Yep. No worries. 14 will hit.
See, now all the windows are open.
Okay.
After hitting that guy, I'll see all the carnage down there and just kind of go wide-eyed and then duck back down.
Sounds good.
My turn.
All right. Wabu's up.
All right. I guess question. If
Mhm.
I fire a cone attack, how's that gonna work with the guys down here in the water and the guys up on the path?
I would say you could
So-
go for one group or the other.
That was the answer I was hoping not to get.
Yeah, I figured.
Just fuck them all up.
You're up in a
Point, but
tower, right? So I mean, if you think about it, like
I am.
you got the guys like way down below you in the water, and the other guys are like out in front of you, trying to cross the bridge. So
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the right answer. Measure something real quick. Oh, damn. You bridge folk. Fucking me up.
They made their choices.
Mm.
Hoping to get a few more orcs in that blast.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Like, oh, when
Wait
they
for a
lower the bridge, I can use Wall of Thorn, Wall of Thorns from the staff. Oh wait, they're all on the bridge now.
All right. I guess I am going to. I'm gonna use my staff. I'm gonna cast Fireball on this fella.
all right.
I don't know. Is that gonna have a negative effect in the water?
Do they have to roll a saving throw?
Let me see. Yes.
So I'll just give them advantage on their saving throw, but you can still hit them because they're swimming and they're like kind of on the surface ish, but they are also wet. So
All right. Sorry, I'm going through my spell list because I want to make sure this is what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll cast Fireball on that guy.
okay, it gets all three of them, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, definitely. What's the save on that?
Dex.
Dex of 15.
That's a really good question. It really doesn't say. Why doesn't it say?
It might just be your spell save DC.
Hang on, let me check D&D Beyond. Uh, 14.
Okay. Does it say, or is that your spell save DC?
On D&D Beyond, it's. I guess that's my spell save. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
It
Well-
does not say it in the description. But
Gotcha.
up in the. It says casting time, range, components, duration, and then it has attack / save slot. It says Dex 14.
All right. So I'll start with the top guy here. We'll just go down, and they do have advantage on this. That's a fail.
They'll say it would
That'd be
be
a
8
save.
plus proficiency plus your charisma mod.
Yeah, some spells have a specific spell save DC. All right, so we went fail, success, fail. So the guy you cast it on actually succeeded, so he just takes half damage.
He takes. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Alright.
Ooh.
Whoa, a lot of dice.
So for all of those that can't see, this massive glow just appears in the river, streams up like this giant column of fire, and this first guy, utterly toast, even in the water. The bottom guy, utterly toast, even though he's in the water. The water is boiling and steam everywhere. And this middle guy, he'll take 11. While he's not dead, he is not doing good.
And guess before I end my turn, I'm gonna shout at the chieftain. There's more of that where it came from. That wasn't very intimidating.
Do you want to try again?
I'm gonna hang on. Can I turn to Mac and be like, "Wait, what should I say? What sounds good?"
Yeah, I'll let that
Fuck
happen.
you.
Fuck you! Alright. That'll end my turn.
All
Is
right.
that good, Mac?
Awesome.
After that, the orc chieftain has seen his guys just get slaughtered. There's bodies lying. He's seen guys get boiled alive by this silvery column of radiant light. He's seen guys get boiled alive by a ball of fire that literally burned them while they're in the water. And he is your intimidation wasn't very good, but it was just enough. He was already right on the edge, and he just said, fall back, and all of the orcs take heed, and they all, whoa, that's not what I want. And they all will fall back now.
If they're all falling back, can we just fire off some pop shots at them as they go?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll say, because it will be their turns, these guys will get about here. This guy would have to climb out of the water, and he'd get about there. And these guys are coming up this way, and these two are also streaming up here. So, I'm not sure what the range you got is, but
120 feet with firebolt.
yeah, go ahead. Whichever. Oh, we're out of combat now, so I'll go ahead and end combat. But you can fire off some last minute shots if you want as they're running
I
away.
also have one spell I'd like to cast after.
All right. Yeah, we'll say Mac can fire off his 18 will hit.
Who are you hitting?
I'm the guy with fairy fire, trying to bring him down.
You definitely hit him, but it's pretty far shot, so it definitely lost a little bit of velocity. Hurts him a little bit, but he's still stumbling away.
Blast.
Can I? So, which of these two guys was near death, or was probably hurt the worst by Sunforger? Looks worse for
Well,
the wear, I should say.
They took the same amount of damage. If you're asking which one is closer to death percentage wise, the chieftain is.
Okay. So, can I hurl a javelin at him?
Yeah, go ahead. You will lose the javelin if it sticks and he runs away.
Yep, that's fine.
And do, in the meantime, deal with my crazy dog.
Yeah, we'll take a break here just a second. Oh yeah, that'll hit. All right. Yeah, you hit him, but he's a pretty strong guy, so it doesn't really seem to phase him too much. He's got thick skin. And we got Wabu wanted to cast one more.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I don't know how to go about this. I want to cast Wall of Force in a dome over top the chieftain, at least. Hang on. The chieftain and his magician.
Okay.
It says I can form it into a hemispherical dome, or sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, so you could get both of them in it.
Yeah.
Use the
Uh,
circle template.
Yeah, sure.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Now, what does that do?
It creates an invisible wall of force. Hi, Bruno. In any form, the wall is a quarter-inch thick. It lasts for the duration. If the wall is cut through a creature's space when it appears, the creature is pushed to one side. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It is immune to all damage and cannot be dispelled by dispel magic. Disintegrate spell destroys the wall instantly, however. And the wall also extends into the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel through the wall.
Awesome.
Okay, so you're just trapping them there.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
All right.
It does require concentration, but it's good for 10 minutes.
Gotcha. All right. Well, with that, the rest of them are running, and they can see that their chieftain got trapped, and so they're even more terrified now. So they just keep on running out, and they are all. They disappear into the woods from whence they came, but now you have the chieftain and his spellcaster trapped, and we'll end it there for the moment. We'll go ahead and take a break.
Nice job.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, we'll say.
I think we could have finished him off. I think we could have done it.
Yes, I was holding back.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
say
half dead,
5-10
so-
minutes. You know, whatever. Whenever somebody, everybody gets back, we'll pick up again. So.
All right, be right back.
I would have healed you, Heidi, if I could, but I
Oh.
do not have any heal spells.
I don't either.
I could have got you two. I got a spell slot left, so
Nice.
I was reserving this in case things got really bad for you guys. But they started running away, so we're good. Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm all alone. Well, I don't know if he left the stream running or not. How about some story time? Let's read a little bit about Torm. Torm is the god of duty and loyalty, revered by those who face danger to bring about a greater good. Those who favor Torm believe that one's salvation can be found through service, that even failure to perform one's duty diminishes Torm, that every success adds to his luster. Those who take Torm to heart must strive to fulfill his commandment to go out into the world and be an active force for good, to right wrongs and to help the hopeless. You must strive to maintain peace and order while opposing unjust laws. Followers of Torm stand ever alert against corruption and are expected to strike quickly and hard against any evidence of rot in the hearts of mortals. As the sword arm of justice, Torm's faithful are expected to bring quick deaths to betrayers. Considering these tenets, it should be be no surprise that most human paladins have Torm as their patron. Most temples dedicated to Torm are fortresses built on heights. These structures offer austere quarters for residents and visiting knights, drilling grounds, and stables. White granite lion statues and armored figures predominate in the architecture, the coats of arms of fallen heroes decorating the walls of the great halls. I was just reading about Torm. I'm not sure if Tyler actually left the stream going or not.
Raining even more.
Nasty weather.
It's not terrible.
It's actually supposed to snow tomorrow and Tuesday here. I don't think we're supposed to like get much accumulation, but people don't really know how to drive in the snow here, so it like always makes people freak out a little bit.
What are we gonna do with these two captives?
Question. Gotta get my hammer back first.
How does that thing work? What was that?
It is, you throw it and it explodes in a 20-foot radius.
Bummer. No, it's
Uh,
awesome.
And then
That was
you have
awesome.
to take an action, it can be just like whenever, I guess now that we're out of combat, but it takes one action to call it back to your hand. And you get to use it once per long rest.
I think it said long or short rest.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
until you finish a short or long rest. Sunforger.
Hail the Sun Forger.
And I did give you guys free range to choose whatever you wanted, so.
But it
And I close
also
the bag.
fits.
Yeah.
It's the character arc.
Yeah.
It's like the Sunforger.
Nice.
Right, because like the city of Elturel has a companion sun that hovers up above.
I'm not familiar with that stuff. There's so much.
There's a ton.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's just this world, and there are many worlds.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you leave the stream going or not? Because I was just reading stuff out of the.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I saw it. I was upstairs and I could see Heidi had herself muted, but I could see like on the TV you were talking. You were like really animated when you were talking, but I don't know who you're talking to.
I'll keep doing it, man. If we take a break,
Yeah,
just
no, that's fine.
come back and start reading.
Do whatever you want. What were you reading?
I was just reading about Torm.
Ah, gotcha. Well, for any viewer that is uninformed, they'll learn something. I imagine it's kind of like the loading screens where they have like little hints and tips,
Yeah.
like little
yeah.
lore stuff on the bottom, so that's kind of cool. Well,
I found a cool thing in the Sword Coast. It's like they have like little added stories sometimes thrown into like the lore. And there's one that is the legend of Knucklebones, Skull Bowling, and the Empty Throne. Good little couple paragraph
nice.
tale for a interlude. Plus, I got to work on reading aloud.
Yeah. Oration.
About to have a little kid. I gotta
Hey, he's in mushroom
Get in-
space.
storytelling mode.
Sweet.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right.
Those look like space mushrooms.
They are.
Good dog.
I'm back.
All right. Well, I think we got everybody back. So we got we're out of combat, obviously. Then we got the chieftain and his spellcaster caught in a force wall. And I'm assuming you can see through it. They just kind of like, maybe it's like a little shimmery or something. But you can kind of see him in there
Say.
banging on it, yelling. I don't know if sound goes through it, but
I don't know. I guess that's up to you. It says nothing can physically pass through.
well, you tell me. Can sound go through?
Would be useful.
You get to decide.
Then yeah.
Okay, sound will go through. So you can hear him screaming in there. Ah! What do you want to do?
First things first, I'm going to go ahead and take a walk and recall Sunforger to me, because I used his special ability there, so get Sunforger back.
I'm still up in the tower, so I'm gonna call out to Owen. See what he wants.
And maybe
Nice,
I can beckon for others to join me.
Nice casting, Wabu.
It's all thanks to this handy dandy cigar.
I've got plenty.
I'm gonna just chill out up here though.
So I
Yeah,
tried
I'm
to.
gonna walk from up there. I'm gonna take aim at the chief from up here, where it's safe.
Alright. So, do they speak the common tongue?
They do. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and ask them, what brings you here?
We run from elf. Need place live.
Place to live? From where do you hail?
Trees. We live in trees. Elves kill us. We run.
Maybe do I don't have a map, do I?
No, so the forest would kind of be like most of the northern and western part, just kind of like outside of uh, like this actual map that you can see.
Okay.
Just open fire on poor refugees.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Let's go ahead and maybe I'll beckon for everybody. I'll turn around towards the bridge and say, "Come, join me." They seem quite defenseless. Maybe get everybody else in here.
Tell that to my wounds.
Alright, I suppose I'll mosey on down.
Spellcasting modifier is like the same as your spell attack modifier.
I think so.
Yeah, I suppose I'll head down too.
All right.
So I'll turn back to them after I've, called them down here and, ask, where do these elves come from?
Elves come from trees.
Well, it appears that our orc enemies here aren't very bright and have very little information to offer us.
Why would they come to a human village with humans in it?
Need
Well,
place
they-
live.
They claim that elves have forced them out of their home, their
Like
arboreal
Keebler
home.
elves?
that
Keebler
canon?
elves don't exist in this
Yeah.
world. Only regular elves.
Well, he seemed intent on taking this place to live by force from whoever was here, though.
You cannot live here.
Cannot live there. And he points
I
back
don't
at the
care.
forest.
So, based on their general description of the elves and the forest, and is it possible to maybe do an insight check to see if I can glean some more information about where they're specifically talking about, or the group of elves that are maybe, purging them from their land?
There's not really anything to gather
Okay.
there.
Okay.
But it is about this time where you see they just kind of materialize out of nowhere. You're not really sure where they came from, but there are 8 elves that now stand rather close to you. They've come out of the forest and oh dang. Hold on. What I just did didn't work.
What?
Yeah,
They
they
appeared
blinked
to
in
be
and out
pulsing.
a few times.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I had them all in like one cluster. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I gotta try something right here. If I do this. Oh. I just learned something. I can make multiple people go invisible at the same time. Alright, so yeah, the elves come out of, the forest, and they're very, very quiet, and you didn't really notice them as you're interrogating these orcs. And this first one over here, they're all dressed very similar. It doesn't really look like there's any leaders, but he kind of steps up and says, "We've been chasing them. We appreciate you stopping them for us. We'll take them from here."
What
will you
is
do with them?
happening?
these orcs have lived in this forest for quite some time, and we elves also live in this forest, and we have been at war for quite some time. We have finally managed to chase them out, and this is the last remaining bit of their brigade. We are hunting them down.
Well, besides these two, maybe a dozen or so fled back into the west.
We saw them, and we took care of them.
What kind of elves are they?
Wood elves.
I'm gonna just turn to the guys and what do you guys think?
Well, like, mosey a little closer to this bush.
If you would but lower this field, this force field, we'll take them from here. Seems to be getting a little more stern, a little more irritated.
We've
War
gotta
chief.
Do, guys.
Well, I suppose, as long as they won't make any more trouble, I believe we've done our duty here.
You have done us a great service. We see the other bodies that you have taken care of, and assure you that there shall be no more troubles in the area from this particular group of orcs.
Perhaps these elves know of the Dripping Caves.
Good point.
Are you asking them, or was that
That was
to
just
your...
some general conversation with my comrades here. And then, yeah, so I'll turn to the lead elf here and say, we are in search of the Dripping Caves. Are you familiar with their location?
We're not sure of the human words for it, but there is a cave about a mile north of here.
We're in search of some missing humans. Have you seen any human tracks heading that way?
We have not come from quite that direction. However, we can see some tracks here, and they point to the general ground, kind of where you are, out in front of this drawbridge. And they point to the tracks, heading north, and they say we can tell that they have headed that direction, and we assume that they have gone to the caves.
Very well. Wabu,
These are
what say you?
these
Shall
are my
we
prisoners?
release these orcs to the elves?
They're my prisoners.
We could sell
I would
them
like to maybe offer an exchange.
or exchange them.
What would you require in exchange?
What do you have in offer?
We do not have much. We travel light. We are a scouting party. I can offer you the assurances that if you should enter the forest, you should not be attacked by our parties.
If passages with payment.
Have you any blessed items?
There are some of us that have magical items, but we will not part with those.
Say the safe passage is a fair deal.
What if also you would lend us one of yours to escort us to those caves?
Or a potion for healing.
And a healing potion.
All of that, please.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. And I'll say, Wabu, since you're talking to him, you make a persuasion check and I'll give you advantage because the others are chiming in the conversation.
Big money, big money.
With that, they kind of talk amongst themselves for a short period of time, and they come back and they say, We do not have any healing potions on us. However, and this is the one that had been talking to you before, comes back and says, "But I have been to the caves and I can easily escort you there."
Would you know a healing spell? Would that?
We are not magic users. We do have magic users back at our camp, but it is a fair several days travel from here.
Okay. I'll look at the party. Are we in agreement? Turn over the prisoners?
I see no issue.
But we can find our way. Say we get less involved in whatever quabble.
Okay. And
Say just safe passage is enough.
Gilda?
What hasn't killed me will only make me stronger. To the caves.
Then we are in agreement.
I will release the prisoners.
Okay.
And with a wave of my hand, drop the wall of force.
All right. These other elves would have encircled around and had their bows drawn, knowing that you were doing this. They were ready to take them prisoner. So you go ahead and drop your force field, and they go in and remove their weapons and tie them up. And then the elves,
Metal weapons.
their weapons were not a part of your agreement. And so they'll take them and they run back into the forest and disappear out of sight.
What about that last elf?
He is the one that has remained to help guide you to the caves.
This is just sort of a general conversation. Do we want to check in with our boys here who are left in the town before we set out?
It's up to you.
Our 7 serpents.
They've kind of all gathered like back inside their. I think I got all of them. Yeah. So they don't really seem to be paying much mind to what's going on outside anymore.
So it was Mac and Lowell who had the initial sort of interaction with them, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe we'll turn to them and say, what of our fellow defenders? Should we leave them unattended in the town?
I think the less we get involved with them, the better.
I'd agree.
Very well
Okay.
then.
Will it be safe for the citizens to return home to?
I think we have to worry more about saving the citizens than perhaps if they have a safe place to come home to.
More so, if we get there and bring them back, can they go back into town?
Well, we'll either find an entire village to help us take the town back, or we'll come back empty-handed and not need the town.
Well, I'm convinced.
Very well. Onward.
Before we get going, let me have a look at that wound.
Please do.
Ooh, that's a solid one. I'll give a touch and a burn a cure wounds.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I could take some
Okay,
stuff
so
off
I
you guys.
do-
So what does that give me?
I'm debating.
Oh, okay.
Debating what I want to use the slot. If I want to use cure wounds or good berry. sure exactly what modifier it uses.
Well, what does it say?
Your spellcasting ability modifier.
So is that
Oh,
just the wisdom, or does it
Yeah,
include
so you
It's
use
class specific, right?
wisdom, right? For your,
yeah.
so it's your wisdom modifier.
So just the wisdom modifier.
Yep.
I'll be right back. I'm still listening.
Okay.
So it says 1d8 plus your ability modifier.
Right. So I think your modifier is what? 3 plus 3?
5. I'm just doing the mental math of, do I do the roll on that, or I do the guaranteed 10 from Goodberry? I'll go with the guaranteed.
So what do I
do
add?
that part of the spell. So I hand you 10 berries, and eating each of those restores 1 hit point.
This is quite a delicious snack. Almost as good as a bucket of beer.
Almost.
That's better than everything except 6, 7, or 8.
Alright. So this elf turns to you and says, "Are you ready to go, or do you need more time?"
I'm
ready.
feeling spry.
Onward.
Let's do this.
Okay.
So maybe we start heading north, right, towards the dripping caves.
Yep. Yeah, so it's about a mile away. So as you guys walk, you enter the forest, and there's more or less a path, and you can occasionally see some tracks here and there in the dirt and in the mud. You can tell that you're still on the right track to the caves. You're at least following where humans have gone before. So.
Are you going to move us on the map?
Not on this map, no.
Okay.
Not to do anything. Because... Alright, can everybody see something?
Yes.
Actually, I guess
See,
some of you
see my
will
token.
some of you will not be able to see because you don't have dark vision.
It is
Haha.
black.
Yes.
I can see quite a bit.
Yeah, 2 of you have dark vision 120 feet. Lowell, do you have dark vision?
Yeah, waboo.
I do not.
Okay, alright. So what I need to do real quick is...
Okay. Are we in this cave right now?
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
I can produce a flickering flame for 10 feet of bright light and 10 light of dim light.
So we enter the cave, and I'm gonna pull out my Everbright lantern
Okay.
and equip that. I don't know if it's actually gonna work in this. Sheds light in a 120-foot cone. 60 foot is bright. 60 feet beyond is dim light.
Okay. Can those that
cast
don't
it
have
forward.
dark vision, can you see right now?
I can only see what looks like maybe Lowell has casted.
No, so I made a little light source because it would be like the light from the outside coming into the front of the cave.
Yeah, you can see a little bit.
Yep. And then, oh, and you said you're casting, or you?
I'm using a
Yeah.
my other magical item, which is just an Everbright lantern.
All right. So what I need to do
Wow,
is
I can't see anything.
you said that is dim light or bright light 60 feet and dim 120.
Dim out to 120. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So now everybody should be able to see. You can take
Yeah.
your cone off if you want.
Okay.
Just make it a little easier so everything's not purple. Okay. Alright, so so you're not quite here yet, but as you guys are approaching, this elf has basically been pretty silent the whole trip and just been walking quite rapid pace. You guys, those with shorter legs, have had to breathe a little bit heavy to maintain pace. But you guys do, as you get closer, you do see the mouth of the cave, and as you approach, the elf says, "These are the caves that we know of. This is the front entrance. There are others if you desire to search for them, but I have brought you here, and now I must go." And with that, walks off into the woods without another word.
The path we follow track with the general directions we are given from the guards.
Yep. Yeah. I'll say go ahead and make a. I guess that would be a survival check. Or yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh wow, you got special effects on that. Nice. All right. Yeah. So with that,
Wasted 20.
you could track like every single angle and direction turn. You can get there and back anytime you want without flaw. Yeah, so you guys, you're still in the forest a little bit. You're not, like I said, you're not quite here at the mouth of the cave. But as previously said, there were other entrances if you desire to look for them, or there's this front entrance here.
Did the
Perhaps-
tracks of the people go to this entrance?
They did. You can see it in the muddy ground and all that. There definitely was a lot of human tracks that went into the cave.
Seems like this is the place.
Seems so.
Perhaps we should take a short rest before we venture onward.
I'm quite spry.
I
But-
mean, if you need, I don't much need but a rest, but
I can continue on.
Well, I suppose if I'm the only one here,
I mean, I'm not opposed. I mean, I've got things I could do, but
I can definitely tough it out.
you sound like you really would like a short rest. Let's take a sit down. The people walked here on their own, right?
All right, so this totally depends. Does your spell slots, do they reset on a short rest, or is it only a long?
Only long, I believe.
Or Wabu. Wabu's the only one who would get his spell slots back.
I would get one level 1 slot back.
I think it's like race specific, or sorry, class specific. What you get on a short rest,
I think Gilda would get some of her
a key point
One
back.
card.
Yeah.
key points
Yeah,
back.
key points
Yeah.
back. It might be worth it. We don't know what's in here.
Let's take a short rest.
Hopefully
Gilda's one
just
of our
people.
heavy hitters. Wabu is too. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Do it.
We're going into a cave, by the way. Who has trouble seeing in darkness?
Can't see
What?
shit.
I certainly do.
Okay.
It's
Owen,
bright as
you
day.
use a shield, right?
Correct.
Let's see. I might be able to whip something up for you in a second, and you too, Gilda. It won't be
I
much.
also
but
can't see.
It'll help. You also can't see. I can't help you much. You need to see pretty far. Um, so are we taking a short rest?
Yeah. So you're gonna just make a quick little, campsite or whatever. Just sit down, find some place that's a little, comfy or whatever, and you can go ahead and take a short rest. And if you want, we can just go right through it. Or if you guys want to do anything during a short rest, feel free.
I have a few things I would do.
Sure.
Yeah, I might. I can enter prayer and adjust some spells.
Go for it. Yep.
So I'm gonna pull or reach into my infinite bag and pull out this strange-looking canteen and twist a dial on it and hand it to Gilda and say, "Here, lass, that's about 4 gallons of beer in there. Help yourself."
Do I have to share, or can I just?
I would like a
Bottoms
little bit.
up.
I'm a little guy, so don't worry. Again, 4 gallons. Um, and Mac is going to grab just a couple stones off the ground, small things, and kind of use his multi-tool to kind of drill a small hole in each one and craft quick necklaces and imbue them with small glowing abilities so they shed 10 feet of dim light and 5 feet of bright light. So Owen and Gilda should be able to at least fight things once they step up close enough to anything that might be a threat.
Okay.
So
Sure.
I'll just fashion the simple necklaces.
Yeah, I think for that, what I can do is right now I have the lighting set for Owen because you've got your lantern out, and for Gilda, I can give you some vision or no, sorry, light. So you said 10 feet of dim and 5 feet of bright.
I believe. Let me double check that. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's just that. It's not much.
Yeah.
All right. I have.
It might not even be 10 feet of dim light. It might just be 5 feet of light.
If it's 5 feet of light, I'll say it's 5 feet of bright, 10 feet of dim. That's fine.
I'll double check for now. But yeah, here you go. This will at least let you see what's chewing on your ass in the dark.
Even if it's a flaming arrow.
I don't see that coming in the dark.
All right. I swapped out one spell.
All right. So Gilda, if you want, because you did take a short rest, you can roll one of your hit die and recover your last little bit of health if you would like.
It is indeed dim light for an additional 5 feet.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So everybody's topped off, back to full. Everybody's got their spell slots swapped out. Gilda, you got your key point back.
If we can during this time, Gilda, how much HP do you have? Missing.
I've got it all back.
Because of the short rest, she got it back. And the good berries from Lowell earlier.
I
that was the majority of it.
apologize. I should have used the lay hands feature to, bring some of that back
Hey,
Is that
I got the
on
level.
short rest?
next time.
I got the level 1 slot back from the short rest.
Okay.
No doubt, I'll be near death again.
Okay. Well, if your rest is over, then go ahead and figure out what you guys want to do from here.
Shall we delve into the cave?
Let's go.
Does anybody
Yes.
have any strategy they want to go over before we get in there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, perhaps we shouldn't just be blasting magic into the
Shoot,
dark.
shoot first.
I'm gonna whip my sword out and toss it in the air, and then just say dance, and it will hover
All right.
in front of me.
Strategy's not what I'm known for.
Well, ideally, all we should be running into is a cluster of terrified townsfolk.
I won't shoot them.
Perhaps some goblins, no?
I'm hoping we don't find them coerced here under duress.
I have horns and a sword. That is the best I have to offer.
That should be enough, hopefully.
So you guys approaching the front, or are you searching for the other entrances that the
My vote
elf
is-
mentioned?
Let's go in the front.
Right in.
Okay.
I'm gonna trail in the back of the group and just try and sneak in, and stay just behind them enough to slip notice of anyone who
Okay.
we might run into.
I'm gonna take point if that's cool with you guys.
I'll be
Everything's-
right behind you since I can see very well. Unless you prefer not right behind you. Blast.
It's me you have to worry about.
All right, so yep, we'll go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and take a step forward.
All
I think
right.
my light cone might still be a little excessive, but that's okay. I got my lantern out.
Right, so before you guys get too far in there, actually, I'm gonna just move you real quick.
Okay.
Owen's in the lead. Wabu's right behind. The rest of you are kind of trailing. Hold on, this isn't the one I want. Looking for a better.
Oh, the music came back. That's nice.
That's a different one, yeah, different song. I was looking for a different. This one will work. So Owen, go ahead and I'll say Wabu, you as well. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception, yeah.
The music's gone again.
Not a
It was
very
supposed to be.
perceptive turtle, but
There it is.
15s.
Well, you both see exactly the same thing. So as you approach the mouth of the cave, so the cave itself, let me just give you a little description of it. You see the front of it. It's like a 10-foot tall entrance or so, and as you approach, you've got your lantern out, which is casting a pretty good light into the cave. You can see that the inside of the tunnel looks like it's about 40 feet long or so. Close to about 100 feet long or so. In the middle of it, there's these large outcroppings of rocks, and near the front, it looks like there's kind of a mud pit. And in these mud pits, you happen to see, or in the mud pit, you see a large creature. And in between the rocks, you see another large creature. And as you get a little closer, you can kind of see around the outside, there are goblins that stand guard with their short bows out. They're just kind of looking around. But that is what you see.
So I'll turn back to the group and say, this cave is not empty. There are creatures about. Goblins and some other matter of foul beasts.
I am scared. Wasn't there other entrances?
Shall we forge ahead
No.
and confront these beasts?
No, nope.
I'm scared.
I doubt the townspeople came in this way if it was covered by goblins.
Or they did, but I bet they didn't get far.
Hmm.
Are they captives?
It's possible.
Then perhaps a direct confrontation would be the best way of freeing the townsfolk.
Or we abandon them altogether. We have our gold. The town is free.
More, lass.
Nonsense. Cannot of the gold.
I'll think of share.
Given the scenario,
Wait,
perhaps we
that's
do
not
want
what
to
I
look for
meant.
those other entrances.
I like Lowell. Lowell is smart.
I'm sorry.
I
Will,
am not.
Will you repeat yourself one more time?
Well, given the change in scenario, perhaps we might look for another entrance.
I believe that's the best course of action.
Well, if I suppose I'm outnumbered,
Don't worry, Owen. If we need a distraction, you're our guy. I believe in you.
Not right now.
Not now. No. Much pull back.
alright,
If we-
I suppose we can pull back. And I'm just gonna be humming to myself here. If we're gonna take a retreat. Holy diver, soul survivor.
All right, so as you guys back off the cave a little bit, you kind of look at the surrounding land. Obviously, there's a lot of forest everywhere. Behind you is where you came from. What it looks like over the top of the cave, there's kind of this large hill area, and you kind of assume that that would be the roof of the cave, and then you can't really see much around the sides of it, but. So you can either walk around the sides or you can go to the top of the hill, whatever you'd rather.
I like the sides.
Yeah, let's. I don't want to be scaling down any ropes into open jaws.
I just don't want to walk up a hill.
You've been down too long in the midnight sea.
All right. So as you walk around,
Owen, this way. Let's go.
it takes about an hour or so, but you do find, as you were looking at the front of the cave, it would have been off to the right. It does look like there was a, or actually, hold on, sorry, give me 1 second. That's that one. That's that one. I think that's nothing. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, it would have been off to the left. You come across this little stream, and as you look, up the stream a little bit, it looks like it goes into the hill, and there's this kind of natural, outcropping, or a little hole, kind of where the water comes out. That you imagine you can probably all fit through without too much issue.
This looks like a good entryway. Owen.
Perhaps the little ones should scout ahead.
I'll go. I'm not very sneaky, but I can see.
Tiny diamonds.
All right. Is that you going alone, Mabu, or is somebody going with him?
I'll go with you.
Look
Blast.
around.
Okay. All right. So you walk in this natural
Sneaking.
little
I'm
cave.
sneaking.
Sneaking. Yep.
We'll
The
just
water is
try.
about ankle deep or so, and you do have to walk through it because there's not really like any sides to it. And as you come in, you guys will be over here.
Just like that.
And then let me just real quick. This could be a private one.
Cat has joined us.
Okay.
Ride the tiger. You can see his stripes, but you know he's clean.
All right. So as you guys come in this cave, you said you're trying to be sneaky, so
Yes.
you go ahead and you
Yes,
can
my
each give me a stealth check.
My weakness. Alright, I'll take that.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So you guys are able to sneak in, and you get right around here. So, and it looks like the cave opens out, to a pretty large-looking area. And with your vision, you can see that it almost kind of looks like this is probably a watering hole of sorts. Maybe where they come to drink. 'Cause there's like a natural forming pool in the corner, and you see lots of little footprints and stuff that go up to it. But at the moment, there is nobody in this little cave area with you.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep kind of just quietly and slowly scoping this area out.
Then maybe I'll whisper through the narrow entrances. What do you see?
It's so quiet.
So we took a long rest, right?
Short rest.
Short
Short.
rest, yeah.
No, not. We just took a short rest, but we've taken a long rest at some point recently.
Yep. Earlier this
the
morning, before you fought all the
Okay.
orcs, you did have a long rest.
Guess it won't be an issue to do it again. So I will once again go through the process of using my little multi-tool to teach myself the message cantrip, and I will kind of point a rough estimation as to where I think Owen is, and let him know that the coast is clear.
Okay. Just I'll let it happen for this time, just for future reference. Message, you have to have message ready, and initiate contact with them before you leave their eyesight. So we'll say
I
that.
read that it can if you know them well enough, or I guess I don't know them that well, but it said you can still reach them even if you can't see their directly or line of sight.
Yeah. So once you've made the initial contact, then you can leave eyesight, and you can
Oh,
you
okay.
can talk to them.
Then can we retcon as to say I did that
Yep.
before heading in?
Yep.
Then
All right. Message received. And I'll turn to Lowell and Gilda and say, "It appears the way is clear.
Okay.
Shall we join them?"
Let's
To
go.
the peephole.
All right. Have the three of you give me a stealth check.
Whoa.
I'm gonna give you another one here.
What the heck? What is? Hold on.
Wow.
What happened?
Because it should have been at disadvantage. I always forget to do that. It looks like 2. Not very stealthy.
So my game
Big money,
did something
big money.
something
Nice.
really weird, and I don't know what it
Yes.
did. Can you
Probably
guys
there's
move?
Too much when you got clanking.
Can you guys move your tokens?
I can. I
It-
just moved. Oh, and then it stopped.
It dragged me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I moved you, but now
Yeah, I
my
can move.
my game is.
It's just a little laggy,
There's
it
got-
seems.
It's got whip whopped.
Interesting, because I can't do anything in the game
That's
now.
not a good place to be.
I'm trying to get back to the side, but it keeps bringing me back over here.
Well,
It's like a little donut shaped thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to refresh the game because I can't do
Well,
anything
I am
at the moment.
very sneaky right now, so
I can't even see your rolls. So
You can apparently move me around.
wait, so
Minor technical difficulty.
that is weird. It moved you, but not from where I moved you from. So I'm like, you're in a static location right now. You're still at the mouth of the cave.
Oh, I'm bouncing all around on mine.
Yeah, so I have like the spectator up, and the spectator can see where everybody's moving, but I can't do it. All right, all right. Game is down.
20 compatibility warnings detected with installed packages.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that.
Yeah.
Okay, the game is back up. You guys should be able to log back in. And remember, if it says setup up top, you have to delete the word setup.
I'm in.
Okay. We got Gilda, Lowell, Mac, Wabu, just Owen left.
it says I'm in, but I can't.
It probably just needs a minute to load.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright. Owen, can you log back in? Okay. Yeah, that was really strange. I have no idea what happened, but. Okay. Just let me know when it's loaded for you. We'll lower that a little bit.
And I'm in.
Okay, so you guys came into the cave mouth as well. Overall, pretty good with the stealth checks. So, so far, it doesn't appear as if you have been noticed.
Well, I want to kind of creep my way up this. Hold on. Up this path I'm near.
Okay.
Keep rocking that natural 20 until you tell me to roll again.
All right. So you get to about there, and you see a rock on the left. Definitely looks like it could be moved. I'm not sure what's behind there, but then as you circle around to the right, you rolled a nat 20, so you're extremely sneaky. You can peer kind of up this direction, and you see in that cave a, not quite sure of the number, but you see a lot of rats, large rats, as well as a couple goblins. And then on the back
Large
side of the
rats.
room, you see some giant rats.
Okay.
And then on the back of the room, you see an extra fat goblin. And they're all just kind of milling about, gnawing on some stuff, maybe eating, you're not really sure what, but it doesn't look like they've noticed you yet.
I am going to sneak back to Owen. Looks like we've got quite a few enemies through here. A couple goblins and a shitload of rats.
Well, do you think they would make a ruckus?
Yeah. Let's peek around a little bit more before we decide on making any bold actions.
What about this rock over here?
That does look interesting, but I don't know if we can move that without disturbing the peace. Although, shh, your voice. So proud. Aloud.
Nonsense.
Shh.
It's my, tune.
Voice of 18.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, so while you're peering out this little cave to the right, and you can kind of see through there, it looks like that leads back to the large cave that you saw earlier, with the several goblins and the large creatures in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. Let's not go this way. Follow them to the left. This is the main cave.
Seems we have three options. We can try to move the rock, we can deal with the rat nest, or the goblins in the main chamber.
I'd like to take a closer look at this rock, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception and investigation, your choice.
Did we open all the windows?
Oh, yeah.
Investigation.
Okay. So you look at the rock, and it looks like with a fairly hefty shove, it should just roll aside.
Are there any noticeable gaps, like in the side of the rock? That a
It
small critter could get by.
doesn't look like it. It looks like it's pretty well sealed, actually.
All right, Owen, do you want to give this a shove and see what happens? Gilda, you want to cover the entrance to the rat cave in case they start rushing us?
Yeah. It's this one up here, right? Am I in the right spot?
From this
Yeah,
direction
right
here is what he's talking about.
Okay.
Alright, so
Let me in.
go ahead and squeeze by me there if you want.
Yeah.
Alright, would you like me to make an athletics check or a strength check or
This will be an athletics check. Yep. You put your hands on it and you just kind of push it a little bit, and sometimes you don't know your own strength, and it easily slides out of the way. But it also does make quite a loud grinding noise. And Gilda, you're the first to see it, but you all hear it at the same time. Some goblins go, "Ah!" And a bunch of rats start screeching. And you, Gilda, see them approaching you. The rats are kind of jumping at you. They haven't seen you quite yet. So what would you like to do?
Oi.
I think you just gotta go for it.
You know, I'm feeling good. I've had a couple buckets of beer. I've got these rats coming closer, and my hoofs are feeling itchy. So I think I'm gonna kind of,
Bash some rats.
I'm gonna kind of tap dance on in and holler back.
Youngin.
Okay. Well, with that, I'll need everybody to roll initiative. And now I'll leave it up to you. Do you guys want to go through this fight tonight, or do you want to pause it there? We can pick it up from here next time.
I'm good for a bit longer.
Same.
Yeah, I'll say pause. I still got some things to wrap up.
Okay. So we'll just get everybody to roll initiative. We'll figure out the orders, and then all right. So what I need to do is you. All right. So Mac, what is your dexterity?
15.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we got the orders set, and then we'll go ahead and break here for the night, and we'll pick it up from this rat's nest and maybe more battle first thing next time.
Have a favor to ask for next time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the license would be an issue, but